Alright, well, I've tried to be fair about this, and I've waited a year to see anything really change with this game as far as enjoyable playtime. And, well, I'm just not seeing it. About the only thing I've really seen with this game is slightly better graphics, all underneath a completely broken substructure. Oh, these games are locked. Then there's two. There's like no, there's one world. Like nobody plays this game, man. This is just another one of those games where the development team, the core developers aren't real programmers. They don't seem to know what they're doing, and it's kind of sad because they could have had something cool with this game, but they don't have the experience, they don't have the know-how, they don't have the knowledge, and they're charging money for this. Now, when you first look at it, it looks pretty cool, right? Like, that's pretty decent. That house over there, maybe it's just that my video is not drawing it far enough. And this barn looks really nice. Their artist is a good artist. He should go somewhere else, in my opinion. He should go work for somebody else. But let's start out by finding a ladder. Keeping in mind this is 3 years in development. Okay, so I have found a ladder, and this is what I get. I don't get hands on the ladder or anything like that. I just get this sliding motion. So okay, that's a small thing, right? Well, I can just basically walk down the ladder, kind of, sort of. And you get stuck on the ladder and you have to jump off. So, alright, well, most of the houses look identical to this one over here. They're all either, from what I've seen, they're all either like this, 2-story or 1-story houses. Basically look the same. As you can see, I'm not making any sound when I'm running. Most of the time you do make sound when you're running. I don't know what the hell is going on there, but they got a few things down. The lighting seems okay. I mean, it doesn't seem horrendous. Let's see what happens when I just start destroying windows. Is it a lot more light in? Is it getting any more light in here? Okay, let's look on the floor. Okay, so we got that much light coming in. No, it doesn't let any more light in, so never mind, that's broken too. Roads that lead to nowhere, trees just erode into nowhere. Trees appear out of nowhere. I really don't know what else to say. Roads that don't line up properly. The game gets to a certain point where it has to draw up and reset your character to where it is in the world. So, as you can see, bushes and trees are just growing out of nowhere, and they're in the middle of the road. The game just does not make a lot of sense. Now, this might be excusable for, I don't know, maybe a pre-alpha type game, but my arm should not be in the world, and it is. Like I don't know if you guys see that. Like there's my arm. Like, what the hell's going on there? Okay, like, if this game was 5 months old to a year old, I can sort of see it, but I'm not seeing it anymore with this game, and it's just sad. It really is. This game is just no friggin' good, man. There's nothing to do in the game. All the zombies are the same model, and they were for the longest time, and now, well, not all the zombies are the same model. They've got a couple of different models of zombies, but for the most part, it's one model they use, and they just threw different textures on them, gave them different colored clothing and things like that. And here's what I'm talking about, roads that absolutely lead to nowhere. I mean, you could be out in the middle of nowhere, running, find a power line or something of the sort, and think that following the power line would lead you somewhere, but in actuality the power line may lead you to just nowhere. And it's the same thing with the roads. The roads, you'd figure finding a road, you'd be able to, you know, follow it and, you know, make your way to a town and you know, go loot and be happy and survive. But it just does not work that way. You'll notice this ring around me that just grows up as I, okay, if you watch where my crosshair is, okay, watch as the world grows up around me as I move throughout the world. That is my circumference right there, and that is bad. That is not good. I don't think that has anything to do with my settings. I think I've got everything set up fairly high. I have a very high-end system. I run an Intel 4770K. I have a high-end video card, and I have 16 gigabytes of very fast memory. I have whatever. I have things set up pretty high here, and I'm not seeing anything that's you know, a problem on my end. It's definitely a problem with the game. These developers, SandSwept Studios, they just really don't know what they're doing, and it's becoming blatantly obvious. I mean, this looks great. It looks pretty cool, but nothing lines up, nothing meshes, and it just does not. If I run for long enough here, the fog's going to come up, and we're going to have what's called a quote-unquote world refresh, where everything gets drawn back to its proper position. There it is right there. There's the fog. Everything's getting redrawn, and I'm getting set back to 0. And in the bottom right corner, you can see that it's happening. The little sign there is spinning. And then the fog slowly dissipates, and you continue along. This shouldn't happen. Any skilled developer would not need to use something like that to get that to work. And trees, like the bushes and trees in front of me, look at them. They're just disappearing. They're gone. They're not even there anymore. It's beyond ridiculous. Do yourself a favor. Learn from my mistake. That's not me pausing the game. That's the game pausing, by the way. Yeah, learn from my mistake, people. Do not buy the dead Linger. Do not support SandSwept Studios. These guys really either need to go back to school, or they need to tone it back a little bit and try their hand at some other game, because this is terrible. Here's one of the zombies. I'm surprised he's moving, because quite often they don't even move. They all look the same. This one happens to have a police helmet on. And they just disappear. Like there's nothing there. Anyways, that's all. That's it. That's my rant. I could really care less if you're a staunch supporter of this game. I am no longer a supporter of this game at all. they clearly do not know what they're doing, and I really feel sorry for you if you bought this game. Thanks for watching.